All right, so I'll wait for some people to come on board here. Another unscheduled live stream because May went for a walk and I thought I'd kill some time. May went out to go do a video with a little girl that lives next door. I shouldn't say little girl, young lady. Let's see what kind of footage she comes up with. All right, so let's see. We just did a video last night, and tomorrow I'm gonna have some people. I don't know, some people. I got this kid that does painting and sculptures and all that happy stuff. So, be interesting. All right, so I'll just hang out, wait for somebody to make a comment, find out if anybody's here. Oops, one person's watching. Hello. And that'll be that. What's new? What's exciting? It's been raining here. Here we go. People are coming along. All right. So let's say hi to some folks here. Stone Cold, what's up? Howdy. Joshua. Hey, Jim. We'll get our good mornings going here. Good morning, Nomad. What's up, Vegan? See if I can get this stuff in order. Where's the chicken? The chicken's in the other room. It was funny. I did a video yesterday. I went and bought this. Sitting over there, I should show it to you. I bought this thing with a light on it, right? And everybody said, well, you got to be backlit, and which was true. So I was trying to shoot from outside the other day. And so I finally put the stupid thing together. And I tried it last night on my video. And everything looked fine to me. May came over and looked. And she goes, oh, because you can adjust the light. And she said, yeah, right there. That's perfect. Is everything good? Everything's good. So I made my little stupid video. And then I watched like 4 or 5 minutes of it just to make sure everything was coming through. And it turns out I couldn't see it while I was videoing. And I couldn't see it after on my replay. But there's 2 round spots on my eyes during the whole video. I look like, they're like on there. So anyway, usual, I've got to figure this technology out. I guess I need 2 cameras, two lights or something. I don't know. Yeah, well, waiting for the world to open up. What's going on, Wisconsin, Virginia? Glad to have everybody along for the ride this morning. And I think the U.S. Embassy has just, I've never been in the embassy, so I can't tell you. But my understanding is you can get just about anything you need there. Yeah. So anyway, I appreciate it, man. My friend Johnny Ballgame sent me a picture, I guess last night, because I did the video. I launched it. I made sure that it was running smooth and people were seeing it. And I saw a few comments, then I went to sleep. And so this morning, I woke up and 2 or 3 people made a comment about it. And I appreciate the feedback. I really do, And everybody was really cool about it. They're like, hey, man, I know you're old and stupid. So try to adjust your lights better next time. It is, what the hell is today? It's Saturday and it's 8:14 in the morning. Maybe start a farm, get a milk cow for a couple of goats and pigs. Yeah. What's one a day? Neil Hastafid was awesome. Oh, thanks, man. That was all stream of consciousness stuff, which is why talking head stuff always is. There's no way can I write out a script like some people do, which, if that's their process, that's cool. But I got this comment from this guy, and he said, hey, what would it be like? He goes, okay, you're happy, I get it. But what do you think if, because of all my bitching and moaning, he goes, and at the end of the day, you're in a third world country and it ain't going to get no better. So what if you had, all things being equal, the same life in America? And that's where I thought about it for like off and on for like about 2 days. And I said, well, eventually here, I'm going to talk about this. And last night I just got in the mood and I just sat down and said, okay, let's think this thing through. I extend my visa. In fact, I've got to go at the end of the month. You can extend your visa you get here, here's the little process. You get here, I think you've got 29 days, and you go down to immigration, you can extend for 1 month, and then you can extend that extension for 2 more months, and then you can go all the way up to 6 months at a time for a total of 3 years. And then you got to bug out of the country. Hey, man, let's see. By the way, you don't have to go to Vietnam and Indonesia to eat good food. There are a lot of great restaurants. Yeah, there are. You're right. You're right. But what I was really digging on in, especially in Indonesia and Bali, I hated Bali, by the way, but I love the restaurants. Um, what was it? With hollandaise sauce, poached eggs. What am I trying to say? You know, I'm in a Joe Biden moment. Oh man. Let's see. I think I missed somebody. Your live chat with P was awesome. Love that gal. Actually, we weren't on a live chat like this. She was at my apartment. We were sitting on the couch together, and she sent me an email or a message, or both. I can't remember, and said she wanted to be on the channel to promote her channel. So we did it. She's doing really good, by the way. All 20 animals. Oh, joke. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Oh, we have a flight book. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Boy, that's soon. Make sure you get refundable tickets. Eggs Benedict. That's what it is. I can tell you my Eggs Benedict story here in the Philippines, but that's I think I'll do it. I think I'll do a vlog on it. Bracelet. I heard about that. I don't know if they're doing it. I honestly don't know. I heard about it. I think somebody did a video about it. Yeah, smash the like button. What the hell? It's free. Oh, well, thank you very much, William. Sorry about my eyes having circles in it, or my glasses. Anyway, I'm backing up there. Good morning. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun doing it. I made myself laugh, you know, and I had this old, I had the RV. Anyway, you made a joke, right? With saying, "Hey, Bali, maybe you." Well, you know what is that I never really got out of my own way when I was in Bali. I was with my friend Gary, and we never really we took some trips, and it's a beautiful country. And I am confident that if I'd have gone under different circumstances and with a different agenda, it would have been a lot better. But Bali itself was like this Australian drunk fest, you know, and no disrespect for Australians or drunks, but it was just too much. It was too commercial. Too many vendors grabbing at me. And we never really, because my friend has a bad hip and he's hard for him to walk. We couldn't go here and there. Neither one of us are night owls. And there was just too many white people. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tim. Because I don't know, and I don't give advice, but there you go. You got it from a guy that knows. Let's see. I've been watching your videos. You've got a ton of help. I'm good. Planning to move to the Philippines as soon as possible. Well, make sure you watch the ones where I tell you because I don't like it here sometimes. I don't want to be responsible for your downfall. Yeah. That was it. That was it. Walk down the street. There was awesome restaurants, man. That it just turned into a friggin' eat-a-thon. So it was all good. I mean, I enjoyed that, and I had fun with my buddy, and we had this guy Mohammed that we hired as kind of like a driver, and he took us all kinds of places, and we got out and we looked. And actually it was a scouting expedition for my friend Gary. He was looking for a new place to retire, and he's the guy in Vietnam. If you guys know him from my other videos. And prior to Vietnam, we went to Indonesia. So that was that. And we went there to look it out. We said, just take this one off the list. Hey, K9, what's going on, buddy? You know, on live chat on her channel. Do you and Will? I don't know what that means. Let's see. I don't think so. No. Again, no. Just no. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. You're very gracious. Good morning, Dave. If and when P will do a live chat. I haven't talked to the P since she's been in the apartment. She came over, what was it, 2 or 3 months ago, whatever it was, and did her little video with me. And we had microphone problems and all kinds of stuff. That's how we do it here. And then I think she contacted me and asked me if I wanted to be interviewed by her. And I said, yeah, sure. And that's the last I've heard of her. She's rocketed to stardom. Forgotten the little people. Hey, Carl, what's going on, man? What's going on there, Florida? Let's see. Greetings from Orlando, Florida. I appreciate your videos and advice. Makes me want to get a change in my life, get out of my life here. Yeah, well, I don't give advice, my friend, but I do try to just relate my stories as honestly and as transparently as possible. In 100 years, what's it going to matter? So I just tell it the way it is. And if people like it, great. And if they don't, I don't blame them. Let's see. I think I'm getting behind. Yeah, boy. Good morning, hold on. You don't see it. No, it's in my video. I bought this this thing for backlighting. It's one of those rings. I should get it. And it lights up really good. And I was trying to shoot my first live stream outside. And it was so bright outside, nobody could see me. It was like the light just wasn't working. And I thought it would have been awesome because I had all this daylight. I thought it would be lit up great, but it turns out you have to be backlit. I'm learning all these things now. And so I bought this backlight thing and I used it in my living room, making my last video. And I really didn't need it, but I said, I bought it. I'm going to use it. Yeah, she's very smart. She's very informative. She's a good girl. Best way to own a gun is to marry a Filipino. Yeah, that's my understanding. If you're interested in a firearm, I can't own one. I totally get that. I actually agree with it. I don't think if you're visiting, you should come packing. But yeah, but May could own a gun. I could imagine what would happen there. Well, England, right on. Thanks for coming along. Las Vegas. How's things in Vegas, buddy? Very difficult. Yeah, I guess you could go to a bank. I wouldn't do it, Stacy. Here I go to give advice. But better just bring cash. You can, but it's just going to be a half a day procedure, in my humble opinion. Yeah, it's real popular. In fact, it was like #1 place to retire for a few years on some website. Okay, I will. Baby May went for a dog. Went for a dog. Somebody's made a dog come with. Went for a walk with a little hottie from next door. How's my access to money? It's easy. I use a company called Zoom. Most people use TransferWise because it's cheaper and more efficient, but I'm already stuck on Zoom. I don't want to change, so I pay the extra $4. And here's how it works. I like answering money questions because I know that was a big deal to me when I came over here. It's like, how am I going to get my money? What happens to my money? Blah, blah, blah. Every month, Social Security, whether they want to or not, they put my little check in the bank. And I see it on my phone, my bank app. And I always clarify that it's there and that it's cleared and everything's cool, and it always has. And then I go to an app called Zoom, XOOM, and I tell them I want to transfer over my $1,500 budget, and I hit the button, and they give me a number. It's a 10-digit number, and I can take it to any bank, I can take it to any money changing place, and if the computers are working and there's no brownout, we can get our money. They give it to me, and I send dollars. And then I change the money. Let's see, am I falling behind it again as usual? Yeah, you can get out of the Philippines on what's called a sweeper flight. And it's kind of like almost like a private flight guys have been doing to get home. You can't come in. Let's see, do you know if the Philippines will open? But I don't know. What I've been telling guys that are coming over is I have a friend that has to leave because his dad died and he wants to come back. And our little strategy session that we had together, um, I told him, I said, why don't you just, when you can, fly into Thailand or fly into Vietnam or fly into Indonesia or, wherever, and just kind of get close so that when the Philippines does open, because the USA is going to have this rap on it that of all the COVID cases, but Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand will probably be easier to actually come in from one of those places. Let's see. Yes, you can. You can send it via Western Union. How about how long do you have to be there to get a bank account? I think that depends on the bank, but I think in my case, I don't have a bank account anymore, but I closed it. But I think I had to be here either 3 months or 6 months, and I know that they wanted two forms of ID. King Lee, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for jumping in. Places you can rent for 30-day vacation. Yeah, they've got some places here. What are they called? There's some Airbnb things. They're starting to do that here. Would the Philippines be worth it if you took out? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because my primary motivation for moving here, believe it or not, was I didn't want to work anymore. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of working. And so I just wanted to live someplace cheap, man. I just wanted my little pension, my little Social Security check to go as far as it could. And so I'm not going to have a woman in America. And if I don't have a woman here, that's okay. It's you know that wasn't a big part of my decision process. I had been to Vietnam, I mean not Vietnam. I've been to Thailand, so I kind of knew that the dynamic ahead of time. But I could have chosen to just stay single. And if I had stayed, I mean, I love Baby May, don't get me wrong, but I'm fine being single. I've been both ways. I've been with a companion here and I've been without. And I've been without a companion. There was a stretch of about over a year. I was fine. You don't need a backlight unless you want people to see your back. And you start with it. If you want people to see your face, you need a key light in the front facing you. Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, I put it in front of me and it was facing me. Somebody called it backlighting. Sure, Paul, you recommend a Philippine bank to do? No, no way, buddy. Again, I don't like to give advice, so I'll just tell you what I do. I don't trust banks, period, anywhere. But I especially would never, ever, ever have my funds transferred to any foreign country from an entity like Social Security. No way, no how. What happens if the country changes its mind that you're residing in? I don't think it's the Philippines. I mean, would you do that in North Korea? It's just too many variables, man. And if it doesn't, if I had a problem with my bank here, which is why I closed it, and they resolved it. I did a video about it, but they could just tell me too bad, and I could have my hissy fit, and then the guards would take me out, and I'd never see my money again. But there's so much more recourse in the States. You have an issue. Let's see, I'm not know about flights going to the Philippines. I don't know. I don't know. I know going out, we can get out of here now. If I had to leave, it's a process. It takes a couple of weeks, maybe. You got to get all these clearances and passes and inspections. But coming in, they're not letting anybody in. Yeah, King, if you're on later, let's go. Well, thank you, Stacy. I made a laptop, and some guys donated to help defray the cost. So I appreciate all you guys that helped. And it's supposed to be here the day after her birthday. They said her birthday's on the 26th, and when I ordered it, they said it would be delivered on the 24th. And then it got to Manila. I just got an email from them. It's Amazon, my first time ordering from Amazon. And they said that there was an address problem on my end, which is not true because I put in my address the way it's supposed to be. But the Philippines, man, once it got to Manila, there was a snafu. So anyway, May's going to be 35. Good morning. Panorama City, that's where I was born. I grew up on Clearfield in the middle of the I'm trying to get down a couple of big suitcases. Yeah, pictures. I struggled with that. There were some really nice clothes that I had. Some, I don't want to say expensive, but they were expensive to me and in good shape. There was a lot of valuable kind of stuff like that that I just donated. I gave it to the Goodwill, which then put it in a box and sold it to the Philippines. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming along. All right. We'll see. We're going to see King on Monday. Please turn on auto generating. I don't think I have that option on this thing. I don't have any option. Maybe there is. It's StreamYard. I don't know if it's got subtitles. I know my videos do. Any jobs for white 30-year-olds in the finance? No, there's only jobs for white 35-year-olds. The jobs out here is you could, if you have musical ability. I have a friend that's a musician and plays around various bars and clubs and restos and makes, $5 or $6 a gig. That's just what it is. Maybe some tips. If you have a really super skill set, like plumber, electrician, or anything like that, you can work on a side hustle kind of thing. But most guys work online teaching, so you can't have a job here. I shouldn't back up. You get a work permit deal and all that. You can work, but you would work if you did work. You'd probably work at a call center, and you would probably make $250 a month if you got the job. Never. No, I don't want to be. No, because I don't see the benefit there. There's a little bit of money savings, I guess, but all the hoops you got to go through. I haven't settled on the Philippines. Once this thing breaks open, the COVID deal's over with, I'm going to keep bouncing. And my next trip is going to go to Malaysia. And I just want to, I don't ever want to stop keeping on. I like it here. I dig it here. But there's so many cool options that I've been running through my head, especially with May getting through the process of IDs and getting her little bank account, setting her up with her YouTube channel, and trying to get now the next move is the passport. She's got her health insurance, and I can bounce her in and out of the country with me. What do you think about living in Malaysia for 3 months and then coming back to the Philippines for 3 months? So tourist visa fits into that program. And that's really what I'm taking a hard look at. Well, I don't lose a nickel. I pay a flat fee, and so I get dollars for dollars. I get 1,500 US dollars in my hot little hand here, and then I can look at the rates at the place that I'm at, or I can go to other places. I can shop my rate. In other words, if I've got USD, I never do that. I just change it there because it's not that big of a difference. But let's see, what do you say? Bank to bank should be better if you need to get there through. Okay. Um, if you want to wait for the money to arrive, and if it doesn't arrive, who are you going to talk to? To each his own. The way that I do it is I want the money in my hand. I want to know it's there. I want to validate it. I want to verify it. I don't want to make another trip to the bank. And I just don't trust the banks. Sorry. I feel. Hey, Paul, are you going to marry that young lady you were with? You know, tomorrow is not promised. Please leave your girlfriend better off than you leave this world. Love your videos. God bless. I don't know if marrying her would leave her better off. I've set her up with a YouTube channel so that she can generate income. We've started a donation little thing for her on her channel for her land. And I give her all of my YouTube money that comes in. So, I don't, what does Marion do? She doesn't get my social security. She doesn't get any of that kind of stuff. I would marry her if it was my idea. And you never know. I mean, if it comes up in my head that, hey, I want to marry this girl, then I would marry her. So there's nothing off the table. If I knew that I had 6 months to live, I would marry baby May tomorrow because I know she wants a wedding. That's what it is for the women. They want here at least. They want the wedding. They want the wedding dress and the pictures and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but to make a lifetime commitment like that, I did that real quick the first 2 times. It ended badly. May and I get along great, but we still have our moments. So I don't see myself marrying her. Can I have more than 2 wives? Why would I do that to myself? Ugh. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, some people hate my live streams. I go, then don't watch it. It's real simple. Hey, good morning, my friend. How are you? Hey, it's well. Everything is safe and doing well. We're doing good, friend. You are welcome, Mr. Dave. Thanks, Ed. That's my buddy, Ed. May loves Ed. I like you, Ed, but I don't love you. What advice would I give myself? Hard, because I don't give advice. 25 years. What advice? I hate hypotheticals, but if I could go back 25 years, what advice would I give myself? I think I would slow down on the decision making on big decisions, like marriage. I would really put the throttle on that. Anything major, I tend to be a little impulsive, compulsive and impulsive, 2 bad traits. And I tend to do that. Here we go. Hey, Paul, I'm thinking about getting a storage unit for 3 or 4 years, put my stuff in it. What do you think? I think that's a horrible idea. That you just, unless your stuff is memorabilia, or pictures of your grandkids or yourself or your high school album. Yeah, absolutely. I don't mean to be so harsh, but if it's a chair and if it's if it's a chair and an old storage cabinet and it's just inanimate objects that you can replace easily, then no, I just say chuck it or sell it or put it on Craigslist or donate it. Just free yourself from it. But I mean, I had stuff that I thought I was leaving with responsible people, and they weren't that responsible with it. So there was like, and I gave it to them. I just said, just please keep it safe. I had artwork that I really liked, and it was valuable to me at least. And then I had a lot of like scrapbooks and photos and old 8mm films and stuff that from my childhood. And I think it's pretty much shit to the wind. Oh well. Is there still a restriction for us seniors getting in and out of about town? Right here, right now, no. They've got the hold on, I'll put the air conditioner on. Show you a little ass. um, so no, I don't have any issues with it. There's a restaurant named San Rival that wouldn't let me in because I'm 60 and that's part of the drill. So I was like, okay, fine. There's junk in the dog saying it's 20%. Not really. I came here when I first came here. The dollar was getting, I think, 46 pesos, and what's happened is it's gone down to where I get about 48 now, and the average for the longest time has been 50. So if it dropped precariously, um, yeah, it would be a concern if it really dropped. But I mean, my friend cashes in $2,000 a month. That's his budget, and he would get 100,000 pesos at the 50 exchange rate. And he just told me yesterday. I think he said he got 92,000. That's a $160 drop. But there's ways here. I learned during COVID that if you just eat simple at home, the rent again is, let's call the overhead $500, and I'm getting 15. It would have to drop an awful lot for me to go homeless or hungry. I would just have to cut back. You know, I wouldn't be able to get up and turn on the air like that. I'd have to turn on a fan. Let's see. Today, now I'm going to choose one shit. I just watched a bunch of videos and I read a bunch of reports 3 years ago, 4 years ago, before I came out here. And all the media, not the media, but the travel channels and all that, plus the videos that I watched, it seemed like a lot of guys had settled here. It was considered to be, there was a lot of reasons. Not hurricanes, but what the frig am I trying to say? Another Joe Biden moment. Yeah, that doesn't hit here. Tropical weather, we get kind of like the aftermath of it. As far as violence and theft and all that, I've always felt safe here. There's 3 ways to get in and 3 ways to get out. You can go by air, you can go by ground, and you can go by water. So there's neighboring islands. There's just a lot of positives to Dumaguete. It's just not an ultra modern place. It's just kind of a family kind of town in my mind. So I guess it fits into my budget. I like Valencia because it's upper elevation and it's cooler up here. What's going on, Houston? I hope we don't have a problem. Hey, good morning, Annie. How you doing? Yes. Yes. Right now it's like 48, 49, bounces around. I think I got 48.6 or something like that last time I cashed. So I got, can't remember. It was negligible. I mean, it was maybe $20, $30 less. Oh, doesn't really want to be account. It takes 3 weeks before it clears. There you go. I mean, I get my money right here, right now, and this gentleman has been kind enough to share that it takes 3 weeks before it clears. So if that's your only mode of transferring money that you've set up, and you have an emergency and you need a quick $500, wait 3 weeks. You need it yesterday. Just my thoughts. All right, buddy. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we actually do. We do. Last night she went to bed before me because I was up jacking around waiting for my video to upload, and I wanted to launch it last night. And but yeah, we do. I'm up early. She's up early. We're up before the sun comes up. We make your money in your bank account. Yes, it does. Direct deposits into my bank in America, and there it sits. And then I just transfer it to myself, not to another entity. How much money would you recommend bringing with you if your goal is to spend 6 months scouting things out, rent, food, taxes, your find a place to live? That's a good question. It depends on where you go, I guess. There's no taxis here in Dumaguete. There's taxis in Cebu and Manila. Taxis are a burn. I would go with Grab. Get the Grab app, number one. That would save you 50% right off the top, and no arguments. But I don't know, man. It's hard if you're talking about hotels or hostels. I don't know. Maybe somebody can answer that for you. There'll be a lot of people smarter than me on here. It goes into my bank, and then I transfer the money. Well, thank you, Zeta. Zeta, how am I saying that? I don't know. Appreciate you. For laptop delivery, yeah, I was thinking about that. And I live in the future, so maybe we'll get it right on time. My friend ordered, the reason I did this is my buddy next door ordered a laptop. He said, blah, 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 this is good. And I looked at the price, even with the import and the duty and the delivery fees, it was still cheaper than buying it here in the Philippines. And I didn't want to order anything from China. I wanted to buy American. And so that's what I did. I signed up for Amazon and ordered Big and A, a little laptop. How is your audio good in the videos and not in the live stream? I don't know. Is there a problem with my audio? It was working when I tested it. Typhoon! Typhoon was what I was looking for. Typhoons hit north of us or south of us, whichever direction. And we get the tail end of the stuff. So we get a lot of rain. Baby May and I went to Cebu for an exit clearance, and there was a typhoon. And but it was mellowed out by the time we got there. But we still got rained in for 2 days. The buses wouldn't run. So that's another thing about Dumaguete is it misses that severe weather. But night before last, we had an earthquake. So there you go. Okay, JR. We're gonna put you in a timeout here, JR, because you keep asking the same question, buddy. Let's see. Where am I? Okay. Hello from Ventura County. I'm an American of Filipino descent. Now, cool. Enjoy watching the see foreigners with their own point of view. Yeah, I try to be as respectful as possible. In fact, I've gone to Vietnam, I've gone to Indonesia, I've gone here, I've gone there. I can't wait to get back to the crappy infrastructure, the lousy food, the bug bites, because I love the people and the vibe and the way that they are. And you know what? It's a trade-off, right? Well, I'm not sure if you already mentioned it at the end of renting. Oh, okay. Yeah, Big Rock. I've got that on my Facebook. There's a guy moving out at the end of this month. His house has been completed. He was building a house, and that's been completed. So at the end of this month, there will be a unit just like mine along the same road here will be available for rent. And what else can I tell you? There's 3 more units being built, and I would say they're maybe 1 to 2 months away themselves. They seem to bust a move pretty good. They got these 7 units done. There's stuff missing. I did a little walkthrough on my apartment, a little video. Where like I don't have covers here. I don't have a cover there. There's a safe that's supposed to be on the way. There's a bip, there's a bop, there's a boop that's missing, but it'll be taken care of. So, but all this stuff like you need the refrigerator, the stovetop, plates, dishes, forks, spoons, you're ready to move into. So yeah, come on and join us. The end of the month, there's going to be an opening. Oh, I'm sorry, I already did this. Yeah, hang in there, Chief. Yeah, I would. That's a good point. Before you come, you should pay off your bills, unless you don't care about your credit anymore. Vegas, what's going on, Mark? How's things in Vegas? That's true. Yeah, yeah. Used to be an old joke, the car business. I got a lot of problems, but one of them ain't money. English. I teach English. Let's see. Thanks, China Dave. We love you. We've play up to the stage there just for fun. Yeah, if you're talking about the musician thing that I made mention of earlier, a lot of guys do that too. They just play because they love to play. And there's a place called Grumpy's, in fact, that has like the owner's a musician, and there's a couple of regulars that come in. One guy that plays the drums, the other guy that plays guitar, and another guy will bounce in once in a while the saxophone. And they'll invite you up, and they'll let you use their instruments, and you can sing a song. You can do whatever you want to do, and everybody just has a good time. It's good to be creative. It's good to be with those of like minds. That's where I was born. Well, I was born on Sunset Boulevard, but I used to go to that hospital. It's an interesting little factoid just between us. Panorama City, Kaiser Hospital. Boy, I spent some time at Kaiser Hospital. I was a sick kid. Commercial break. Hello, Paul. I'm 45 with a pension, a little over 600,000 in cash. Pension is just under 3 grand a month. Will that do with having to buy medical after 5 years after my employer insurance expired? I don't know what you mean by having to buy medical. You talk about medical insurance after 5 years. I'm a little confused by that. Sounds like you got a lot of dough. Sounds like it's good to me, but I'm not real clear on that. How soon did you know baby Maya? Within about the first 5 hours of meeting her. She was she was up for the program. She had a real boring life. She bumped into me. It's the same sense. Oh, and yeah. Oh, what were you doing back in the States? I was in the car business. I was what's called a finance manager for most of my career. And I also sold cars when I first got into business. And then I worked I was always in the automobile business, except for a 3 year stretch where I did real estate, where I was really happy. But you know what happened to real estate in America in 2007 or whatever it was. Let's see, I mean, UK pension, paying my British bank account and transfer what I need for Philippines. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm with you 100%. I don't know what the love affair is with banks over here. I actually had one, so I guess I should know. I thought my money would be safe being in a bank rather than at home stashed in the cupboard somewhere. Safety wise, I still can't answer that question. But I went into the bank one time to get my money, and they said, "No, you can't have it because we put a hold on it." I said, "But I gave you cash." And they said, "Yeah, we still put a hold on it." So that was a conversation, and that was the end of it. And you go to the ATMs, or I go to the ATMs, and sometimes they're just not working, or they can't give you a receipt, or they can't read the card. it's just everything's just kind of got a little stink on it when it comes to that. So I just got tired of it. I said, give me my money, give me my cash. I'll go ahead and put the rent and what I think is going to be the basically $500 in pesos in an envelope, and I'll hide that really good. And then I might leave some money with a friend. I might do this, I might do that, and kind of just make sure that if someone broke into the house, which I doubt, they can't just go to one place and get all my dough. They'd have to do a real Easter egg hunt. With about $600,000. Is that what you're saying? Um, for amount of time you could, I guess, go around out. Yes, that is correct, Mundo. Hey, thanks, James C. We appreciate that. Take me out for a cup of coffee. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. We appreciate you. We're loving you right back. That's a good question. It took me about a year, maybe a year and a half. I was taking all the cholesterol and what else today? Blood pressure, something else, something else. The toughest one was I was on Xanax, which they'd given me for anxiety disorder. And oh, and I was on opioids when I first got here. And I got it out the opioids here, and it was actually pretty simple because I did a cut down program. I would take 2 pills, and I'd take 1 pill, then a half a pill, and just sort of wean myself off of them. And the opioid crisis going on in America, I started all that. So I got them before they were fashionable, back in the 90s when I had neck injuries. And so I weaned myself off that shit. And then the Xanax only took about 3 days of not sleeping and being fidgety and kind of weird. But I just made it. I can still get them tomorrow if I want to. I actually have the script for them because they will prescribe them to me here. And I just decided not to. I take no medications with the exception of ibuprofen. I take ibuprofen every morning for my back. Best place to pick up women. I don't know. I've never picked one up. I've met women on Facebook. Was actually where I met all the little chickadoos that I dated before maybe they came on. Or just being introduced to people. Greetings to you, Alex. Oh, well, yeah, huh? Dave's mom is, I met her once. So low maintenance there, buddy. Never asked me for a dime. Yeah, yeah. I am surrounded by great women. They really are a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Well, appreciate you. There's me now. Most of the paperwork you can use to travel with you. Hey, old soldier. She doesn't have a passport, and we haven't gone down to apply for it. But she's got. I think she's got enough. She's got. I keep reviewing it in my head. She's got the Phil Health. She's got the postal ID. She's got a bank account, which is super important because it shows that you got a little change in the account. And then I think it's down to passport now. There might be some other stuff that we can get. I didn't know you could get US. Yes, 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 yes. Um, what I do is I bring in USD just because when they send me pesos, I do get hosed on the exchange rate. And so I simply get crisp USDs, and believe it or not, I'll just change it all right then, right now, right there, right now. I've done it both ways, where I've taken $1,500 and I say, okay, give me 500 in pesos, and I'll do that. I'll take 1,000 cash and take it home. And then I found the hassle factor of trying to shop around and get a better rate or whatever, just not worth it. And then I've also run into the situation where my money has gotten a little tiny bit damaged from being in my wallet, and they won't accept it. In fact, I think I took $200 with me to Vietnam that I've been hanging on to for months because nobody would take it. They had a little tear in it, or it had a little mark on it or something, and they're really, really strict about that here. So I just change it over and get it over with. Well, good morning, sir. Annie the beautiful. Good morning, Jeff. I'm coming to the end here. This is where it always jumps on me. So here we go. Just jump. That's what I do when I get mad. And Nate comes in and goes, "You want coffee?" Let me figure out where I was here. Just jump. Where am I? Where am I? I'm way behind. Way behind the comments. Hang in there. Holy smokes. I'm sorry, kids. Let me figure this out. Oh, there it is. Okay, now we go. Hey, same to you. Beautiful thing, you. What better way to enjoy a cool lunch than with Paul? Yeah. You know what? I went and had a beer the other night. So I was all pissed off. My afternoon out. Well, that was a very honest answer, but I think you marry you just no, you're so sweet, you're a real honest person. Seems very happy. Yeah, if I knew that for a fact that she could get my social security, yes. But in order to get my social security, she has to have a social security number. So I won't give you all the details because it would take too long to explain here. But I bet you guys are bright enough to figure out how she would get a social security number. Baby May is out jacking around, making her own video with some chick that lives next door. And she should bounce in here. Who knows when? They went to a waterfall. They walked there, of course. I only watch Netflix and YouTube. So television I don't watch. I was watching CNN for 10 minutes and Fox for 10 minutes every day at the old place. And I said, why am I doing this to myself? What three things on my laptop, my phone, and my sense of humor? Well, how are all these things in the Philippines going to survive in lockdown with no money or food or the government? They said no more help and no more money. The Philippines should donate. Yeah, all the money got didn't trickle down, if you know what I mean. I understand that Jollibee, I think I saw somewhere that Jollibee is in trouble. Jollibee is like the McDonald's of the Philippines. They lost billions or something like that during this lockdown. There's no more money for the poor, which doesn't matter because none of the poor got it anyway. It all went to you know who. And I don't know. I imagine we'll all just keep on keeping on. And if not, you have to relocate. Right? That's why I want to get that passport done for me. I always like to have a plan B, plan C. Now I got to take care of her too. Help Minneapolis say you don't like chicken adobo. Tell me it was challenging to be. Oh, okay. I'll tell her that, Edward. I'll tell her that. And by the way, we spent, I don't know, about 5 hours looking for cake mix and finally got it. She's got to be baking cakes too. I don't have a faintest idea about crypto. Except that I should have bought some of that Bitcoin stuff. Let's see. You say when you gave your medications that we are in close with it, you never ever checked it. Yeah. Yeah. And they've all come back just like normal. I have. What's our favorite dinner? What is Baby May's favorite dinner? For me, I'll eat anything because I'm an animal, you know? And so I don't really have a favorite dinner. If I had to, I'll tell you what May's favorite dinner is rice. God's truth. You give May a bowl of rice, a little side dish of anything else, a little chicken, a little pork, grow vegetables. She's just a happy camper. When we go out, if she can't get rice, doesn't get rice, it's just not a meal. Not funny. Yeah, thanks. I had this whole video plan that I was going to do of me trying to join a gym. And it was one of these, it was the only thing the only time I ever thought about doing a scripted type of video, where again, it would be off the cuff and I would hope that I was getting the reaction that I wanted a reaction, but I would have to have somebody following me and, and I just said, that's too much work, but I had a great joke. I don't know. I think Remitly is cheaper, actually. So that's probably Remitly and TransferWise and Zoom. They're all the same financial vehicles. They move money for you from one place to another, and then it just boils down to how much do they charge and how reliable are they. And again, I use Zoom because I think I pay $11 to move my money, and other guys are like, "You're crazy! You can move it for $4 or Western Union's $1." And yeah, good, great. I like Zoom, so I just friggin' do it because I've been doing it that way. I know how to fill out the form. They know me, I know them. I've answered their security questions. But yeah, I feel you. Let's see. I know. Man, I went to McDonald's. We had to sit at separate tables. It's like, you know what? It's one thing to have this virus, and it's one thing to have social distancing, but to put an age limit on it off of old information. Driving a car. You know what, man? I love driving a car, and it's not what you think. It's not because it's the creature comforts of the car or anything like that. But cars, I've never enjoyed music any place more, other than a live concert, than in my car, by myself, no one else. Turned all the way up. I would sometimes get in my car and go for a drive to nowhere just to listen to a CD that I was in the mood to listen to, like Bowie or Dylan or whatever I was in the mood for. And I could listen to it at home, but I liked it better in my car. So that's what I miss the most, listening to music in my car. Hello from Montreal. I had a trophy from football. Yeah, if it was your kid's trophy, it might be a different thing. If it was pictures or memorabilia, but I got a hole in one when I played golf. I had this little trophy that the golf course gave me. I had that for years, and I lost it. I would have brought that with me, I guess. They never were taxi cabs here. They got them in the bigger cities. I would have never married if I could go back in time. I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. All right, I'll tell her. She would like that. She likes any kind of Filipino dish. It's hard for me to say what's her favorite because whenever we pull in and I go, "Hey, you want to get this?" She goes, "Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, that's my favorite." I don't think she really knows the meaning of the word. She calls everything her favorite. Would love to meet you, Randy. Come on down. Come on down. Well, there you go. Who said I enjoy YouTube? My favorite things to do, I enjoy YouTube. It's a nice hobby. I like, I'll answer you honestly, I like waking up knowing I don't have to do anything. I don't have to, I can go anywhere I want to go within reason, eat anything I want to eat within reason. Sometimes I'm controlled by the weather. I can't leave the compound. But I would say just going out and bullshitting with my friends and having a cup of coffee, and then chasing May around the apartment. Those are my two favorite things. Oh, sorry. I'm getting behind. Donnie, buddy. Oh my God, it's funny. It's so funny. They got this thing where you're supposed to put a shield between you and your back rider on the motorbike. Why the motorbike is such a big COVID transmitter, I don't know. There's people making. I was going to do it, but I didn't. But one guy made a thing out of toilet paper rolls, and cellophane, and he mounted it with a bungee cord somehow on the back of his helmet. And so when he comes up to a checkpoint, he pulls the bungee cord, the thing falls down, and they wave him through. I see people with little bamboo shoots, if you will, sticks, and again cellophane, saran wrap, and they're just holding it by the side of the bike, and then they come up to a checkpoint and they hold it up like this, and they wave them on through. Me and Baby May come cruising up without any kind of shield. They pull us over and tell us to go home or for her to get off the bike. So, you know, stupid is and stupid does. Okay. Maybe that's a. Hey, Mr. Mexico, I've been watching your post. It looks like you got a nice place there. I'm curious to see some videos from you, buddy. Looks like you're eating good. Got a nice place. You're in Mexico. Yeah, you can get a nice grill. In fact, I ordered a grill the other day from a guy named Chris Walker, and we went over to pick it up. My neighbor took me over. It wouldn't fit in the car. It's actually a very small grill, a lot smaller than the old one that I had at the old place, which I just left. It's really small. It's kind of skinny, and it's just like you can, but it's functional. And it actually would serve if we ever wanted to make it. Actually, put potted plants in it if you wanted to. It's that kind of stuff. But the legs are splayed out. You know, it's like just a little tiny grill, no lid, no nothing. It's just basic barbecue, which is what I love. But we couldn't fit the friggin' thing in the car, my friend's car. So you got to figure out a trike or something. Who knows? We'll get it over here one of these days. There you go. And the vice giver can help you. Nope, no grab here. Just trikes, jeepneys, and gay-looking scooters. I think everyone's going to retire. The one that stands up, just put the gap in there. Boy, I'd have to refer you to my videos, buddy. My first 30 days, my first year in the Philippines. Maybe just go back and watch those. Tell you in detail. Hey, Mark, cooking, good looking. Okay, private conversation. I like that. Yeah, that wasn't my interview. That was my neighbor's. You're on the wrong channel. Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. I actually maintain a U.S. address also. Yep, you can. You got to just pay the duty. Okay, we'll take that cup of coffee, and then I'll buy you one. How's that grab you? You have to believe they love your good looks. No money, no honey is a true one in the world, but you can live okay in the Philippines. All right, we have input. Yeah. I don't like big cities. I didn't like Cebu. But we were talking the other day. I was talking with somebody that Cebu's kind of like a cool place to do a staycation, if you will, just from Duma. You know, you can float there on a boat, or you can fly there on a plane, or you can take a bus for 6 or 7 hours and get there, depending on your budget. I've never done Airbnb, but I'm dying to try it. And I think a good little staycation just for me and May, and maybe another couple, you know, go with, be fun. is to go to Cebu and hang out around IP Park and Ayala Mall, and it would give us some new shopping options. We would actually go and get some different food options. We might stay up past 7:30 at night. Go out do something at night for once. I don't know. I can't promise that. And just different stores, different vibe, different look. I know it's crowded and all that, but like for 3 or 4 days, you can deal with it. And they have Grab, so I've used Grab every time I've gone to Cebu. I've always gone there for a very short period of time. Right. Let's see. Okay. I'm not much of a bar hopper. Up here in my new place is not bad at all. It's um, it's little ground munchkins that get you. You know, the little tiny ants and mostly ant bites. And I used to get a ton of them at my old place because I go outside on my patio, which is where I prefer to spend my mornings. In fact, I probably spend more than 50% of my time at home sitting outside. I just prefer the outdoors. And so I used to get ant bites all on my feet and on my legs, something fierce. And here, there's no ants. We just got flying stuff like flies and some mosquitoes and recently some bees, but it's seasonal. So, yeah. Well, good on you. Welcome on. Is that apply to you, Annie? Uh, every dollar is worth 50 pesos, approximately. Right now, it's about 48 pesos. I was there for one night, and it wasn't enough. I was there. I went on a road trip with a guy and his girlfriend, and they wanted to see some sort of, I forget what, I went with them. I forgot what it was, a church, I think, or a fort or something that got burned down. Kind of like their landmark. So we spent most of the day there, and that Bacala is supposed to be known for its chicken, and we went and had chicken. Guess what? It tasted like chicken. But I didn't get a chance to go jump around the city or anything, which is really what I wanted to do. We just kind of bopped in, saw that place, ate a couple of meals, and went home. So I would go there again. I would take a bus, and it was the first place I've seen in the Philippines that had stoplights and had a lot of traffic. And it was goofy, but I would like to go back there just to, again, kind of like a staycation, just close but different. Stay in a hotel, that's always fun. Stay in an Airbnb, I don't know if that's fun or not. I get to do it, but anything you can do on the cheap, on the bargain for a deal, just kind of get it. Here at my apartment, it's never down. It's always on. It doesn't move fast sometimes. We have brownouts and then we die and then it's off. So if you have a brownout, which is when we lose electricity, you're not going to have internet. So at my old place, it was down about 30% of the time. Very, very frustrating. Yeah, I've been there 3 times. I've been there 3 times, once with me. No, I don't get banned or anything like that. I know for a fact I can live on 500 a month as a single guy, but I'm trying to get my online internet cash income up. Any ideas? Um, yeah, go online and go with teaching English. Google some places that want you to teach English online and start doing it before you make the move. Create the income stream there. Make sure you got the job. Now, my friend works online and just found out that they're charging double now for these Chinese kids to attend the school. I think it's called Cambly. And he says, it's just not that lucrative anymore. So things change, bro. Just saying. You're thinking about playing this, what you got now and travel, baby, man. Yeah. Yeah. So we bop out for 2 weeks and we go here, come back, hang out for 3 or 4 months till we can save up enough money to go somewhere else. And then we could do little island hops here. She wants to go to Palawan, which is like the Hawaii of Philippines, I guess. And I said, sure, we can go do that. We'll do that for my birthday. It won't be soon enough out of here for her birthday, but mine we can. I know what you're talking about. I just keep hitting comments, and then they appear on the screen. Dwayne Dog is joining from Melbourne, Australia. Good day, mate. How long do you travel for retail therapy? It takes about 6-7 hours to go by bus. Plane ride is an hour after you wait 3 hours to get on the plane. And then the ferry, I think, is almost an overnight deal. I think it's like 12 hours because they go to another island, they offload, onload, and then go on to Cebu. So some guys take this midnight ferry ride, which never appealed to me. I'd never be able to sleep in a bunk bed like that. There you go. Hello, cutie. What's going on with you? Singing them songs? Troy Province Girl, let's give her a shout out. She go subscribe to her channel. She does songs and she sings like an angel. And for one-time low price of $25, she'll do an absolute beautiful song for you. And you can send it to your sweetheart here in the Philippines. Let me get this straight. You love to be there because of the young girlfriend and cheap living, right? Yeah, that's right. Long Island was cooking. Long Island, New York. I have no idea. I don't know when it's going to open up. I worked for a number of dealerships. I started with Toyota. I spent my most time with Ford. And then I was with Nissan for about 3 years. And then I just kind of bounced around the last year and a half. Just to bounce. Thanks, bro. We will do it. We will do it. Appreciate you. There you go. What does a like button do anyway? Does it help the algorithm or something? You know what? The situation in Dumageddon is pretty good. They got this goofy backrider policy, but between you and me, don't tell anybody. Me and May will be driving. We learned how to do this after the first trip. We'll be driving. We know where the checkpoint is. So before we get to the checkpoint, I pull the bike over. May hops off, and she walks through the checkpoint. And then I drive past it, and then I pull over. She hops back on the bike, and away we go. But don't tell anybody. Thanks, man. Appreciate you watching. There you go. Michael, you're just a wealth of information today. Thank you. I have been expats in doing guinea your vlogs. I don't think anybody's moved here because of my vlogs. I've only been on for a year, and COVID's been around for, I don't know, 7 months. So nobody could come here because of me. Actually, I take that back. I have met 2 guys early on that said, hey, I was coming to Cebu, but I had to come to Dumageddon because I watched your vlogs. So yeah, I guess that does have something to do. But Rike has had a lot more influence on people as far as coming to Dumageddon. He influenced me. Less problems with remembering. Oh, thank you, Mr. Madden. We appreciate that. Baby May and I will go out and squander that on ourselves some way, shape, or form. Big time. Oh, not in my area. Not up where we live. Let me clarify. We live up a mountain, up, up. And so we don't get a lot of pollution here. Um, it's downtown, the lower elevations that we go, where we just get killed. May and I both, when we lived at the older apartment, we actually lived right off of a main highway. And we got pollution whether we wanted it or not, because sometimes some big ass truck would come and just diesel, just big puff of smoke would come out, and we'd have the front door open and it would come. So when it's really hot outside, and May and I do a lot of driving for whatever reason, which we've slowed down on, we both cough our heads off for about 10 or 15 minutes when we first get home. We're just getting all the crap out. Now ATMs here suck. For a Bose, yeah, Bose coffee. Is that what you're talking about? There's 397 people watching. 397 million people watching and only 72 likes. What's going on, game? uh, yeah, man, just going to a dealership and saying, hey, you hiring? Oh, okay. There's all kinds of ways. Everybody's got their comfort level to get by food. Get by. I don't know what that means. I apologize. I'm not that smart this morning. Yeah, Bahal, that's one of the trips I want to go to. It's only an hour away. That's true too, Michael. I love your ears and not your wife, Jim. I'm sorry that audio has a problem with robot talking. I'm just shutting myself the door for your live stream. Well, thanks for stopping by, my friend. We'll see you on the next video. Hey, Tampa, Florida, what's cooking? Do I sound like a robot, guys? Let's see here. Hey, I've never been there. Oh, I'm coming to the bottom, guys. Over the bottom. Thank you, 9:30. There's a gated community there. I live in a gated community. We're surrounded by a gate. My last place had a gate. A lot of places have gates. Most expat places have gates. They're like old compounds. Thank you very much, my friend. I'll let Baby Nate buy a new bikini with that one. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. How long have I been on? An hour? That's enough. If I had to generalize, but the experts for the most part keep themselves or they tight community, they breathe good. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Birds of a feather flock together. I don't know if they're tight. Yeah, I have a real tight community of friends, and to be quite frank with you, most of them are Americans. And Aussies like to hang out with the Aussies. And I don't know about the Brits. Brits tend to hang out with the Australians more than the Americans. Germans, and they definitely like to. And why? I mean, it's not like we're haters of each other. It's not like the Aussies can't stand us Yanks. It's not like that. It's just that you got cultural things like an Aussie to make him happy. He wants some footy and a cold beer. You know, gotta have a cold beer, and he wants his footy. And I get it. I'm totally, go rabbit hose. I have fun when I go to those bars and those guys are jumping around going crazy like I would at an American football game. Americans tend to just gravitate. It's just one of those things where we have politics, life, culture, language, all that kind of stuff is just easier to get along. not easier to get along. It's just easier to communicate, I guess I would say. But I got friends from all walks of life out here. Canadian guys. Man, this guy wants how long it took him to learn Canadian. He didn't like it. Okay, so we got the bar girls covered here. Oh boy. Let's see. If you had to generalize, say expats for the most part keep the towns. Oh, okay. I just went through that. Let's see. I guess you don't know Gothenburg. No. Does the monger community? Oh, I think this guy is talking about sex mongers. So this Ben Hill is a troll. We got a troll here. Should we analyze Bill? Not well. You know what? I would. I'd take Bill apart for about 3 or 4 minutes, or what's his name, Ben. But I haven't got that kind of time. We're gonna sign off here in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna blow through these, and then we're out. I wonder what the temperature out where he's at right now. Okay, that's me. Temperature's like 75 degrees here right now. I respect her, boss. 62. I'm going to blast through these and answer them as quick as I can because I'm going to bail out. I want to thank everybody right now for watching and subscribing. If you didn't subscribe, I don't blame you. If you don't like my live streams, I completely understand. But it's always fun. I love to do live streams because I get to chat with you guys and give you little updates and answer some questions and generally just annoy you. We have these little conversations going on amongst yourselves, which is always encouraged. Oh, Ron, Mexico, blow me. How's that? How's that for a sign off? 46.9. I'm getting 48. Yeah. The workout king, Chris Kumo. Oh my God. That's why I stopped watching TV. Guys like that. Like, where from these? Where are these people coming from? I got to blast through these guys. Let's see. Oh, see, I did another one of these. All right, so here I am. I'm just going to go through Fredo. That means we're talking about Godfather. You know, it's a destination for gay men. I can recommend a good place to be comfortable, solitary, and safe. I don't know of a big gay community out here. I know that there's a big gay Filipino community, or a good sized one. I haven't seen a lot of gay men here per se, but there are gay women that retire out here. I'm friends with a couple. They just like the lifestyle, riding the motorbikes and running around and meeting girls themselves. So I say rock on. Yeah, there's a lot of lady boys here in the Philippines. You know, it's fake news. Yeah, you know, fake thing. There you go. Well, when the news used to be news. Not long ago, you started this channel for yourself, given the number of subscribers you have. It's the point where you're thinking about it. No, never. That's a good point, though. That's a very, very good point. That's why I still enjoy doing it. And that's why sometimes it's 3 days before I do a video. Sometimes I do 5 live streams in a row because I'm in the mood. It entertains me. And I always said, you know, if you want to come along for the ride, rock on. If you don't have to. No one's twisting your arm. But I have never done that. So I've seen people that do, and I don't watch a lot of other channels, but I can see it in people that are stretching for ideas. And the reason I know that is it's been brought to my attention that other vloggers have stolen my ideas. And I've always said, you know what? If I can't have an original thought, because this is my own video diary for myself, and I do some of it just to entertain myself, then there's no point in doing it. And I have videos that are actually private that I've made just for me that I haven't thrown out there. Yeah, May does that. That's May's deal. Back in the old apartment. He's out with a beautiful Filipino right now. Good on you. Sooner the better, buddy. Have a good one too, Big John. I'm getting ready to sign off. So thanks everybody for stopping by. I'm trying to get through the comments. If I missed you or do miss you, I apologize. Hello, hello. Let me just kind of bop through this damage gun. We hope Buddy opens up a YouTube channel. Yeah, I enjoyed chatting with her. She's a fun kid. Nothing. If you get a divorce, can she attach your pay? I don't know. I probably. Is the way smart for me. Okay. I'll put that on my list. No, we don't. We do those kind of things, but we keep that kind of stuff private. That's just my own little rule. You know, I don't want to exploit kids or anything else. I don't want it to look like oh, look at us. We're doing all these wonderful things. May and I do that kind of stuff. I keep it between me and God, and that's my 10%. You know what I mean? I'm not getting inoculated. Good morning, Texas. Okay, so look, I'm going to go 2 minutes. I'm going to try to get these comments, and then I'm going to start saying goodbye right now. What did I say? I missed it. That little Filipino girl you had. Oh, she is. Yeah. Yeah. Short Province girl. She's awesome. Yeah. Go to a hospital. But I don't know. I came over here with 8,000, and I've kind of kept that level. I've gone dipped into it a few times, but that was my number. 20 grand would be better. Can someone state infinitely how much it costs to live there per month comfortably and quietly? I did a budget video, boss. Check it out. That's a good one. I kind of get more comments like that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Yes. All right. I'm just going to try to run through because a lot of guys have, I see a lot of the same names. So let me get some new people up here. Yeah, me too. Thank you. You're welcome. That's subjective. God bless you, Annie. We're bailing out of here. If I missed you, I apologize. Yeah, very. Friendly first. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, you're talking about like buttons? Well, then, if it gets in the algorithm, that's great. If it doesn't, my day will still continue. But I appreciate those that do like it. Let's see, I'm at picture 13 minutes and like 2 grand. Hey, good idea. That's a great idea, man. That's like the optimum scenario, I think, in my head. Is if I had 32, I could live on, yeah, two. It's called two. I'd probably bump it up to two. You know, I'm a big spender. Let's save it 1,200 a month. I can never do that in America. I have not, but Bahal is on my list as soon as this COVID thing lifts. Yeah, can I make the move, look at channel, whatever, he drives small cars. Well, they do. My neighbor's got a small car. There's a bunch of little cars here. The reason it's a pain in the ass is that the streets are real narrow, parking's limited. I could go on and on for that long. My friend Ian, in fact, speaking of Sikihor, he went with me. Ian's a good man. We did a video together. Make sure you watch it. You can get a gas grill here, and you can buy steak and a hamburger in the grocery store, but it's not the quality I care for. All right, so listen, kids, I'm going to come to the end of this, and I am going to, friendly forward, yeah. Community gardens are where you can live in a green. We got one right out front, and there's lots of little gardens out here. Hello from South Korea. Well, hello back. Lots of them. Never seen one in person, but there's lots of them. Nice to see your channel blow up. You just give the real scoop. Yeah, it's funny. It like goes in spurts. It gives like this crazy. All of a sudden, I get like, I think last month I got 1,000 new subscribers, which is above average. But there was two times where I was getting 4,000 and 5,000 subscribers. So in a month. So I don't understand it. I have more than I care to. Nick Palmer, try live what average Filipino makes. I don't know if that's that. All right, kids, I'm going to pull the plug. I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for all that commented. I'm sorry for all of those that I didn't get to. Let me knock out a couple, three more. How's the internet service? I don't know. I know it's okay here. Please meet you, Hillbilly. Okay, good. Dexter, hey, Paul, really enjoyed your interview the other day with Jason for Instagram. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for that. I'll share that with Jason. How's that grab you? I'll buy him lunch. He is a super cool guy. I really have a lot of, he's just a really super cool guy. It's a Como guy that drives me crazy. All right, kids, that's it. I'm going to sign off with Ed from Queens. Hi, buddy Ed. And thanks for watching. I didn't plan this, but I never do. And so, we'll see you later. I got a video. I think I'm going to be doing a video with a kid that's an artist and sculpture, real interesting guy. I'm looking forward to it. He's supposed to come over tomorrow, but you never know if Filipinos if they're actually going to make it or not. So we'll see what happens. I'll give you hugs and kisses from Baby May. And don't forget to subscribe to her channel, Baby May's Cooking Adventures. Okay? See you guys next time. For me and the chicken, I say goodbye.